Hi students, welcome to my English class. Once again I am back to you with a new topic, that is Madam Rides the Bus by Balikanan. Dear students, this is a beautiful story or beautiful lesson. Let's learn. Introductions. So let me give you a short introductions of the lesson. Dear students, this is all about a small girl, an 8 years old girl. Her name is Bhalia Mai. In short, she is known as Vali. So she wanted to know many things of outside, and she has a great curiosity to learn about the world. So she want to go out and learn things. Yes or no? So that is all about the introductions. So let's learn. So this is a story about a first bus journey of an 8 years old girl. So Vali, her name is in short Vali or Bhalia Mai. She is an 8 years old girl, and she wanted to ride first bus journey. So she wanted to ride the first bus journey, and she was making or feeling curious to travel by the bus. Yes or no? So Vali was curious a girl, and wanted to know many things of outside or many things about the world. So though she was a small girl and small little girl, she wanted to know many things about the world or many things about the out things. So that is why she wanted to know, and she was always standing at the front door. She had no playmates of her age. Since a small girl was there, so since nobody were there, the playmates of her own age or of her age, so she was just standing at the front door, and she was just watching outside. That was the pastime of Vali. So what is that pastime means? A great interest or enthusiasm to do something. Yes or no? That is called pastime. That means this girl was just standing outside, and she was always watching outside. So she spent most of the time standing at the front door of her house to see what was happening outside. So this girl, what is happening outside, she wanted to know, isn't it? Dear students, she wanted to know about the out things. So that is why, since she was not having any playmates, or she was having the pastime of watching outside in order to know something or in order to know many things. So that is why she was standing outside, and always she was watching outside, isn't it? So what happened? Most fascinating thing was that the most fascinating things for the Vali was the bus which was traveling every hours from the village to the nearest town. So always she was watching the same bus, that was going from her village to nearest town. So that was so much fascinating her. So the desire was increasing, and every minute this girl was getting desire, some kind of interest, isn't it? So she was getting interest that she also will one day, or she wanted to also one day drive or ride the bus. So that is what she was slowly increase her interest. So she used to get the details of the bus every minute. The people, those who travel in the bus, maybe going and coming, so everything, the details she was asking. She was just listening to the people conversations, and she was even to the neighbors. She was asking about the details about the bus, every minute of the bus. So what happened? So she wanted to at last move, or she wanted to ride in the bus. Yes or no? So that is why she saved money. So the money which she was supposed to spend for purchasing maybe balloons, or maybe chocolates, or maybe toys, all these monies. So what she did? She saved it. Why? She wanted to ride the bus. Yes or no? So that is why she saved the money. So every paisa, whatever she got, she saved it in order to ride the bus. So next what happens? Planned her journey. So now Bhalia Mai or the Vali she's planning when she has to take the bus, and which will be the correct time to take the bus, and how she will take the bus. So that is what now she slowly what is that? Planning it. So what happens? Meanwhile, the bus journey takes only 45 minutes from her village to the nearest towns. It is on about 6 miles, isn't it? And then the fare of the bus is 30 paise one side journey. So in total it is 60 paise, isn't it? So already she saved 60 paise and now she decided to journey. Now she decided to take the bus ride. So what happens? As she entered in the bus, there were 7-8 members in the bus. So some men and women, elderly man and elderly women were sitting there, and then the conductor asked her to take the front seat, and then she went and she was just standing there. So what happened? Meanwhile, inside the bus there were people, and then she started watching outside. So that was something very fascinating things for her. Why she wanted to go? Because she wanted to know many things. She wanted to visit, or she wanted to see outside the world. Yes or no? So that is why she was, she wanted to ride the bus. So when she got into the bus, she wanted to see outside. So since she was a very short girl, isn't it? 8 years girl means she was a very short girl. She can't see outside, or she can't view outside the window. Yes or no? So that is why she could not sit, or she did not sit. So she was standing and she was just enjoying the outside view. As the bus started journey, or bus started, she started seeing the canals, the grasslands, the palm trees, and the mountain that was far away from her. Yes or no? So she was enjoying viewing, or she was, by seeing all those things, she was mesmerizing herself and she was enjoying her trip. So meanwhile, what happens? An elderly man asked the girl, a child, please sit down, otherwise you will fall down. If the bus takes sharp turn, then what will happen? You will fall down. So better you sit down, and then what is called hold it, otherwise you will fall down. Then what happens? Meanwhile, the girl Mali, she did not what is called over the man, elderly man, and just she was standing. If she sits, she can't view outside, she can't see outside. So that is why she did not obey the man, elderly man. So meanwhile, what happens? The conductor, what he is telling, dear students, the conductor is telling to the elderly man that she is not a girl, she is not a child, she is a madam. Because she was behaving that way, yes or no? The Wali was behaving such way, that is why the conductor was obliged to say that she is not a child, she is not a girl, small girl, she is a madam. So all these things, when the girl heard, or the Wali heard, she just ignored the conductor. Whatever he was telling, she didn't just listen, or just she ignored from her mind. Then what happens? At the same time, meanwhile what happens? Elderly woman also came and she sat down near her seat, and she was wearing big earring, and she was not that much clean enough, and she was little bit shabby. Yes or no? So the Wali was hating her and not to talk her. But the elderly woman was just having conversation with her, and she was asking that, how so small girl, who allowed you to travel in the bus? Who allowed you to ride the bus? How did you come? So small girl, it is not good, you are alone, and is there anybody with you? But she said nobody. So no need to discuss that, she said. Then what happens? At last, meanwhile, as they were enjoying the bus, the grasslands, the palm tree, or the canals, all those things, meanwhile she happened to see a cow was running behind the bus. A cow was running behind the bus. So that also she viewed. So meanwhile what happened? Bus reaches the town. So meanwhile what happened? Bus reached to the town, nearest town. So after 45 minutes it reached the town, and all the passengers or the travelers, they got down. And meanwhile the conductor also asked, girl, Wali, please come down. Madam, please get down. Then what she said? No, I want to return to my village in the same bus. So that is why I will not get down. So she had a great interest to look outside or see outside, but then she cannot. So she could not get down because she was not having money to spend. So that is why when she told to the conductor that I don't have any money to spend. If I get down, so nothing to buy, or I don't have anything to buy. So when the conductor heard all those things, the conductor asked her, I will offer you a cold drink. Would you please come and have it? But then Wali ignored. Wali said, no, I don't want, since I don't have money. So then what happens? The bus resumed its return journey. So after some time, bus started returning or resumed return journey. So the same view, as the bus was returning, the same view, the canal, the grassland, the trees, or the mountains, parks, all those things he was enjoying. So as he was enjoying and coming, what happens after some times, just near the village, after some times, as he was enjoying and traveling, the same smart shines, and she was enjoying at that time. What happens that all of a sudden she happened to see a cow was lying down beside the road. It was dead. And Wali asked to the conductor, is it the same cow that was running while we were coming to the town? Then the conductor said, yes, that is the same cow. Then after seeing that same cow, she was moved on really. She felt very sad. She was very much sorry seeing the dead cow, and she was feeling very, very, very much sorry, and she sat down on the seat. Then what happened? She did not see any outside also. She did not talk to anyone. Just she was sitting. So after that, what happened? She at last reached to the village, and she got down and straightforward she went to the house, her house. Meanwhile, her mother had awakened. Since mother was taking rest afternoon, so she started to take afternoon journey. When she reached to the home at the time, her mother awakened, and she was talking to her aunt and about the outside world, about the knowledge about the outside world. Meanwhile, she reached. So like this story, this lessons goes to its end. I hope all of you got it, the lessons well. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear student.